men these days, they want to be princesses.
What are you talking about? Why do you have my tiara on? What do you think life was like without social media, with dating? This show's called She's Not That Into You. It's a sign that a girl's not that into the guy.
So when she says she has a boyfriend,
and she doesn't? Dang.
Yeah, that happens.
It's crazy. I've been meeting a lot of girls in relationships lately.
She's not that into you, no, I don't know why, but she's not that into you.
Was it nerve-wracking? Your first time on stage, 700 people at a sold-out show inside a theater, a legendary theater, the Yost Theater.
Yes, it really was. I had an anxiety attack beforehand.
Wait, I heard that you were multitasking, which is dope.
I know.
That shows that you're a hustler. You were streaming on
Kick. And then on top of that, I just had other stuff going on. The whole day I was just rushing. I had an anxiety attack before pulling up to the venue because I just didn't know what to wear. I was panicking of how I looked, and also because I was about to talk in the venue that Alexia told me.
Before your performance?
Yes, before my performance. So I was like, oh my God, I'm nervous.
And that's intimate. You got to do stuff like that. You got to talk. Because
Yes.
when I go to like a show and I see like Karol G saying, esta canción está inspirada de... You know, she starts talking. She's like, porque cuando tenía 16 años me quebró el corazón un muchacho. Y esta canción es para los tóxicos. So that would have been cool. What were you going to say? All right, what would you have said?
I was going to say, actually, I practiced it before, though. Good,
as you should.
I was going to say it just off the bat, since I was going to probably be like, I was probably going to stutter so bad because I was so nervous.
Yeah.
But I was going to be like, hey, I'm from Vegas, and you guys from OC could really party, especially on a Thursday, because it's like, it's lit on a Thursday. And over there in Vegas, it's not usually that lit.
You were born and raised in Vegas?
No, raised in Mexico, but born in Vegas, yeah.
Okay, so what age in Mexico?
Till 10.
Oh,
like
crap. So you're like born, half your life. Oh, not even half your life over here yet.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was just like, I was raised over there until when I turned 10, and then I came over here, and I started a whole new life, though.
How old were you when you started speaking good English?
Well, I was in private schools over there, so I was speaking English over there.
Over there, English is big over there, huh?
Yeah, not really like fluent. You know, I knew some words, and I had English class. So when I came over here, it was more hard for me to like speak English though, like fluent wise.
Yeah.
So then I started learning it. I'm still learning it, not gonna lie.
No, it's cool. So am I.
I'm speaking English and Spanish, and sometimes I can't even speak both the languages, you know, because I'd be stuttering in both. And sometimes I'm like, how do you even say this word? And I forget it in the other language, and it's just like it's a no sabo thing.
No, you know? but you have a legitimate excuse. You were born in the motherlands.
I know that.
You know what I mean? So you have great Spanish then, right?
Yes. Como ya se me olvida a veces cuando no lo practico.
Oh, right.
You know?
And that's the thing. What she said is that when you don't speak it often, when you're in the States, everybody speaks English.
Yeah.
You tend to forget it. So that's where we get the whole no sabo thing.
I know.
Alex makes fun of me for being a no sabo, I guess. I moved out here. I was born and raised in LA. And over there, way more people spoke Spanish in Orange County than OC. So when I came out here, I didn't speak Spanish at all. So all my homies from LA would be like, oh, what the fuck? You sound like a white guy, or you sound, you don't speak Spanish anymore, or what, dog? I'm like, yo, you're a product of your environment. Whatever you're around, that's what it's going to be.
I know.
If you're around a bunch of chinos, you're going to come out like, hey, what's up?
No, I know, but the good thing is that my mom, she always speaks Spanish with my baby brother too. My baby brother only speaks Spanish, and he's a güerito. Like, we have different dads, but his dad is like Mexican, but he's like a güerito. So he came out full on güerito, and then he be speaking only Spanish. And they're like, damn, is he even like white or something? But then he starts speaking Spanish. People think like, oh, why don't they teach him English? Because my mom says that when he goes to school, then that's when he'll learn. She doesn't want him to be a no sabo, you know?
Got it.
So that's how I practice it. But sometimes, I don't know, when I'm like working or I'm traveling and I'm with my friends, they only speak English. So.
Hey, man, but it's a beautiful thing to be bilingual, because I know you get down with the Spanish tracks. You feel more comfortable rapping and singing in Spanish.
And the whole reason why I started making music was because of reggaeton. Like, I just fell in love with reggaeton. I was like, I have to make a song like this. And that's why I started making music in reggaeton, like in that genre, you know? And Spanish too, because I'm Mexican American. And later on, I do want to do English songs because I'm learning how to play the piano. I'm just, I want to be able to sing different type of genres too, you know, and be versatile.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so back to this. All right, you're on stage, 700 people. They hand you the mic. They play your song. Where do you go from there? Did you feel stiff? Because I saw her on the story. My boy posted a story of her performing. I'm like, oh shit, she's getting down. She's like on the floor. She looks loose. But right now I'm hearing the behind the scenes, and it's normal. you know, she was nervous, and it's fine. And I tell my son all the time, hey, it's okay to be nervous, but if you're nervous, do it nervous.
I know.
You know?
And you know the thing before that though, I had to meditate. I didn't
Yeah, that's
get a
good, that's
meditation
good.
because I was like, there's no way I feel my anxiety on 1,000. But when I was on stage, I was like, okay, Alexia, you just gotta do it. I was gonna do it regardless because I know how it is.
Yeah.
That I'm not gonna back down. I'm not gonna pussy out. No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. Because that's how it's supposed to be. If I want to get to where I want to be, I have to do it. You know, I don't have to just say that I want to do it. I have to do it.
And I asked you if you forgot any words. You didn't forget any words, did you?
I did a little bit just because only on the verses, like the hooks, like I knew them, but I wasn't supposed to be performing until I got there, where they were like, oh, okay. Because I thought I was going to say the speech until they were like, the song was already playing. And I was like, gatita perreo. And then I was like, okay, I just have to improvise now. So then that's when I started like loosening myself up.
How long is that song, by the way?
It's like 2 minutes, no? Around
2
there.
minutes?
So,
Did those
yeah.
2 minutes feel like eternity? Or did it fly by?
Well, thanks to the fan that was like on.
Notice that she said fan, not plural, just one.
Just
That's
one?
amazing. That's all you need.
Thanks to my number one fan that was right there in front. Because he was right there by the crowd. And he was really, because he was watching my stream. So he was like going like this. And me watching him and like just knowing that he comes from my streams, it made me feel comfortable. So I felt less nervous because I was like, okay, like I trust him. So that's my number one fan, you know? And everyone's just dead and shit. But
No.
he's the only one going like this. And I think he did that. So I'm not nervous, you know? So I'm like, and then
Right.
that's how I loosened up because of him. So I appreciate him so much. Like, I promise you, once I'm up, you're up too with me. I'm going to take you backstage with me.
She's going to take him on tour. She's going to be a hype man.
You're gonna be VIP, everything. He's gonna get all the packages, like Gatita Perreo packages with the whole costume. I'm like, wear this for the next
You're going to sign
concert.
everything. He's going to get his name tatted on you.
For real, he's the real one.
So you're a singer, songwriter,
Yes, singer-songwriter.
and model.
And model, yeah.
Okay, dating at 19 with as many followers as you have a fan base, you have a following. What's it like right now at the moment? Because this is all about dating, this show.
To be honest, since my career has been my number one priority since we moved over here to Vegas, because in Mexico I was dependent. I wasn't independent. Like, I had my dad provide for us. But then when we moved to Vegas, the whole story changed. So I had to be independent and I had to look after myself and my family just because I want to be better and grow.
Yeah.
So I always prioritize that instead of dating. Like, I did have talking stages. It didn't work out. So I was like, no, it's because I need to lock in. I need to focus on other things that are going to help me evolve, not things that are going to drain me or not help me towards my goals, you know?
Right.
So I was super good at that until recently. I did meet someone that made me feel that I haven't felt this way in a while towards someone where it's like,
enter soft
like,
music right here.
where it's like, where I think it might be going to long term, you know, because usually it's like kind of short term and stuff. But yesterday I had invited him to the event because I was like, oh yeah, you could come, whatever.
Which I think it was like low key bold of you.
I know.
Because if I first started dating a girl and I invited her to a pop-in comedy show, and for whatever reason I didn't do so well, I would be hard on myself.
I know, that's true. But he knows kind of like my story, so I knew he would have been understanding, especially because we actually grew a bond really, because I've been knowing him for a while since we've seen each other grow, and he's a family friend, and we just started talking and stuff, which is really good, you know, because we connected on a deeper meaning.
Does he have a social media presence, a following?
No, not really. Like,
And you prefer that?
Well, it's not that I prefer that, because it's just like he has his own life. What I really care more about is like if we actually have that type of bond, or we can grow and be better and push each other to grow, you know? But it's not that I prefer that, actually. Like, it just depends if I have a connection with you or not.
Yeah, keep it
not
simple.
with just anyone you have a connection. Because I've encountered many men that try to get at me that are in the same industry as me, but it's just like, no se dan las cosas, you know? Like, so I leave it all to God, but it was going good until yesterday that I invited him, until one of my fans...
Tell me all the cheese, bake girl. Hold on, let me get comfortable.
One of my fans, he ran across the stage, and security was getting him, and he's like, hey, Alexia, like, can you dance with me? And I was like, oh yeah, sure. And then I didn't see it like as nothing bad, because
Did you throw it back on him for a real one?
No. No, it was just like dancing like like banda or
Okay.
kinda
Okay. Like banda.
this.
Just, yeah.
So I was dancing with him. No, I don't know if it was like La Chona or fucking, I don't know.
Right.
But I was dancing with him, and then after he just vanished. I'm like, where did he go? The guy that I'm talking to, or
Right. You're like, or was talking to. I don't know what's going on right now.
I'm like, where'd he go? And then I was just not even paying attention to it because I had asked my cousin. I was like, oh, where did he go? Oh, he went to the bar. I was like, okay, whatever. I continued doing my things. Like I'm doing my stream. I'm like multitasking. I just got off stage. I'm like, oh, I didn't expect to perform, but I'm still trying to like make content. I'm doing everything at once, you know? So he's like, not even like, I'm not even thinking like, oh, where did he go? Where did he go? Because
Right.
I'm busy. So then I'm not thinking about me dancing with the guy as a problem either because it's just a fan. And obviously I'm going to be nice because I'm always
Right.
the type to show love to the people that support me. Because why would I be like, oh, no, I don't want to dance with you? Like,
As you
that's
should.
not being humble or
No.
that's not. And it's like me portraying like I'm someone that I'm not. Like I'm always such a lovable person and I love people that love me and support me. And even people that don't, I still wish them nothing but the best. So I'm always going to show love, you know?
Amazing, as you should.
So then we ended up leaving. He still left. And then I'm like, oh, where is he at? Where is he at? I'm asking everyone. And then they were like, oh, he just left. Then when we just finished and we decided to leave because I had red bottoms. And you know, red bottoms
I heard they're painful.
are painful as fuck.
Yeah.
I
all
literally
that
have
money.
a scar right now.
Just so
They
you can
cut
be,
me open.
Yeah.
It was so bad. It was
Next
so
time
bad.
I'll get you. Yo te los pinto, okay? I got you. You don't have to spend that much money.
Please, because fuck, I'm never wearing those again. Especially
Yeah.
while performing. I almost tripped.
If I ever
did
date
trip.
anybody that wants red bottoms, she's gonna get them customized.
Yeah, no.
By me.
I don't want I don't want red bottoms. But then we ended up leaving and then I'm looking for him because he was my ride because I had someone that was gonna take me back to the hotel. But I was like, hey, no, I already have a ride. Like, don't worry. I have my ride already. And then
He's
he was
local
gonna
with you in Vegas as well?
Huh?
He
Yes.
stays in Vegas?
And then he was gonna take me and my cousin back to the hotel. So then after he was like, okay, bye. And then I was supposed to leave with the guy that I'm talking to. But then what happened was that he was nowhere to be found. I had my red bottoms. I'm walking to the venue and then my cameraman already left and I'm carrying all my streaming stuff. So I'm like, where the fuck is he at? I start crashing out because I have every right to, especially because I don't know where's my ride and
Right.
he's the guy that I'm talking to. So where is the man that I need right now to actually support me, especially after all the hard work that I was doing, I actually
You were drained.
I was drained,
Yeah.
and overwhelmed with everything, which I love it. I love the hustle. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Love
it's
it.
a drug.
I love that you like the
But
process.
It's like at the end, I want like support, especially if I'm talking to someone. If not, I'd rather
Right.
just not talk to no one and just be locked in, and that's gonna save me so much more time and less being drained, you know?
Right.
And energy too. More energy is gonna save me. But they were walking outside, and thank God I had security, and I also had my friends that were there with me, and even my cousin was there. So we were walking outside, and we were trying to look for the car, and I had texted him. I'm like, "Where are you?" And he's just like, check the location. And he's not even telling me, oh, let's meet up here. No, he just checked the log. And I'm like, it says it's 5 minutes away to walk. And I'm just like, no, I almost started crying because I'm like, guys, I cannot, like, my feet are killing me. And my friend,
This is a novela.
I know, and my friend is down, like, next to me. She's like, I could let you borrow my slides. And I was like, okay. I get her slides. She's wearing my red bottoms. She starts flicking up. She's like, let me
That's
flick up with
funny.
your red bottoms. No, let's not put that. That's fucked up. No, and then after we start walking, and then tell me why we walk in front of the venue. You know where I was performing, and there's hella people, like they already came out. And then I was so nervous because they see me with my streaming stuff, and then
Right.
my camera, my tripod, everything, and I'm just like this, and then I look busted already, like
Right.
with my jacket, and then and I have sandals now. I don't look professional at all. So instead of me going towards the backstage where I'm leaving towards that side where no one sees me, I'm leaving towards the front where everyone is at. So
Right.
when I'm walking towards over there, I'm just like, fuck.
So where's this
I'm
guy at?
embarrassed.
Did this guy just
But-
vanish?
Wait, the guy was in the parking lot somewhere, but I didn't know where he was at. But I still have to cross those people, and thank God I have security and my friends. So I could go like through those people, and then they were like, "Oh, Alexia, like can I get a picture?" And I'm just like hella drained, like I'm just like, where is this fucking guy? And then I'm like, okay, yes, of course, I would love to take pictures though. And then there's this other guy that gives me flowers. flowers, and I'm like, oh, thank you.
Tu
And
ramo
then-
buchon right there on the way out.
No, literally. So I was like, oh, that's so nice. But then it's like, where is the guy that is supposed to be there for me or is talking to me? Like, he was nowhere to be found, and he was not protecting me. So I'm just like, I don't want this.
Did you end up meeting up with him?
But then after I'm texting him, I'm like, where are you? Where are you? And I meet him somewhere. I'm like, come over here. I'm not going to walk. I have my heels. And then I meet him somewhere. And then he's just like, oh, like he's all mad. And I'm just like, why would you leave me? Da, da, da. And we were just arguing. And then after he was just ignoring me, then he told me the reason why he had left and he ignored me was because I danced with the fan.
So you know what? So here's the thing. So I think people in the same industry always end up dating another artist. You know, Karol G, who is she with?
With
Raul Alejandro?
no. With Faith.
Faith, exactly.
Faith.
They're both artists. They're in the same industry. They understand each other's industry. They understand the way it is in their industry. I think, I mean, I'm not saying you should too, but you should definitely get somebody that's more understanding, more mature emotionally when it comes to that. But it's also, you guys are both very youthful too. I mean, him being, how old is he?
23.
23. Yeah, it's going to take a different type of man to date a woman, a young woman like you in the industry. You're going to have fans and you're only going to get bigger.
Yeah.
You know, so if he's tripping out about one fan at this show, imagine what it's going to be like when you're at an arena and you got a swarm of people on you. You know what I mean?
Know. And it's not also that I don't validate his feelings because they're valuable, but
No, they're not. Fuck him. I'm sorry.
but it's like it's different because I didn't do it with those intentions. And
Of course not.
He even asked me, "Oh, like what would you do if it was me?" And I'm just like, I wouldn't have cared because I know who I am.
Okay, let me ask you.
I work my on my security, and I know I feel insecure sometimes, but I don't let it get the best of me. Like I control it because at the end of the day, you were supposed to wait for me.
That's what I was going to ask you. How should he
man.
have responded?
Huh?
How should he have responded, reacted to what happened?
Would just talk to me about it later on, but still waited there with me because at the end of the day, he's a man, and men are supposed to protect. When I walked, no, literally. And don't you see this crown? I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding. Don't put that in. No, and when I walked outside, like I had my security and I had my friends, but he wasn't there. Supposedly the one that, like, he loves me, I know, but he was just nowhere to be found. And like a lot of guys were coming up to me like, oh, like, let's take a picture. And someone even gave me flowers. So where is him?
Right.
Where is he? Like, he was nowhere to be found.
So do you think that's a red flag? Are you going to... Because I've noticed that you told me that you've been quick to like cut people off. So
yeah, that disappointed me for sure. And I feel like we'll just see. We'll see what happens. You know, I just leave it all up to life because
yeah. Okay. So look, I like to, talk with women of all ages, different generations. And I was just thinking earlier, I was like, man, I'm going to talk to this young woman. And I don't know if she knows dating without social media.
Wait, what do you mean?
You don't know what dating's like without social media being around.
Oh yeah.
Social media, Instagram's only been around for 13 years, which sounds like a long time to you, but it's really not a long time. But you were, 9 years old, 13 years ago. And you got on Instagram when you were what, 15?
14.
14, exactly. And you've always gone through, you probably started dating 14, 15, right? Like here and there. And then since you've been dating, social media has been around.
Yeah.
What do you think life was like without social media, with dating?
Probably you didn't have that much options.
That's great. Yeah. Well, you know
That's
what?
the truth.
You did. Look, that's Alexia.
You just met people like in person.
Right, exactly. And you're right. Right. Actually, you did. You just didn't come across that many options.
Yeah.
You didn't. Because back then, in the early 90s, I don't care if I sound old saying that. I was born in the 1900s, Alexia. Yes, I remember I would go to the mall, right, with my homies. This was like 1997, and I'd see a girl that was so cute. And I know that if I didn't talk to her, I would never see her again, or the chances were very minimal. So you're right. In that sense, I'm sure everybody was still around. The population was still big, but we didn't have access like we did now, like we do now. You know, so yes, we did have minimal options.
I know. So now, thank God, we have social media.
No, it kind of messed things up
It did, but
for
I
some
feel
people.
like right now, huh?
Oh, I had a question for you.
Yes.
So you prefer now you prefer anybody that wants to get at you to go through your DMs or do?
Oh
or,
no, in person.
Okay, so
Okay, well that's kind of
Yeah,
old school
yeah.
of you.
That's kind of
No,
old school,
low-key
you
in
know,
person.
like
Yeah. Because I say in person because social media, I have a tons of messages of just Sims. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Sims.
of course you
And-
can say that.
Yeah,
Fuck.
Sims.
And obviously, like, I'm just like, okay, whatever. I don't really care. But if I meet that person, I believe, because I'm really spiritual, so I'm like, oh, okay, it's meant to happen. You know? Like, if I meet him, it's like meant to happen. And I believe, like, you meet people sometimes so they can teach you, or it's probably going to be meant to be. I don't know.
A lesson, or it's meant to be.
Yeah.
Right. So that's actually, I mean, I never did dating apps. Number one, because
No,
you
me neither.
you have to put your height in there. I'm kidding. I don't care. But I never did dating apps. First of all, because I thought it was weird, and I have a little following myself.
Yeah.
And what if they saw me on there? It's like, oh, it's fucking Valentino, I seen you on Tinder being a simp.
No.
So I felt like it was going against, faith. I
Yes.
felt like it was going against, like you, it wasn't natural.
Yeah.
If the universe wants us to get together, then it'll
Yeah.
happen.
Yes.
So right there, people are looking for love, or some of them are just looking to fucking be intimate.
I know, but I feel like if you look for love, you're never gonna find love. You have to attract it when you're ready.
Oh, mírala, sí
When you're
sabe.
ready. That's why until then you have to work on yourself and work on evolving and just being better in every aspect.
That's
just
dope.
so when you meet someone, you're gonna attract someone that's in the same vibration and same como sintonía para que los dos puedan crecer, and it could be more long term instead of short term.
That's a bar.
That's a bar.
'Cause
That's a bar.
similar vibrations attract each other.
You
So
have a fire
I'm trying to be the
extinguisher?
best.
Alexa's on
so I
fire
can
right
attract
now.
the best.
Yeah.
This is coming from a 19-year-old young woman right
All right,
here.
Alexia, now that you said that, since you're 19, that was
Uh-huh.
pretty deep what you said. Like, going back to the situation from last night.
She's been reading a lot of quotes, by the way. That's not kidding.
Like, are you gonna stand on 10 toes and be like, all right, cool? Because that's a big red flag if you ask me, right?
No, I
because
know.
you're saying that like you attract the right person, and if this person, like he said, is already getting jealous of that, like
No,
it's
and
not
the
gonna
thing
get
is-
better. you
Yeah, I
what
know.
I'm saying?
But the thing is, it would have been a different thing if I would have submit to it, or I would have been like, oh no, I'm not gonna do that just because I don't want to hurt your feelings. No, instead I was like, hey, that's your problem that you need to work on, your security, but I'm gonna continue doing what I'm gonna do because I didn't do it with no intentions. But that's your problem.
Do you feel like you're emotionally intelligent for your age?
Yes, because I keep myself educated. I be doing mentorships. I read books. And my mom, I love my mom. Shout out to her.
But you're smarter than her emotionally.
Yes? Why?
I don't know. I'm just saying
Thanks
that.
to her, she's the
I'm
reason.
kidding.
No, thanks to her, she's the reason how I am the way I am.
That's
because she's
amazing.
always made me work on myself, not only physically, where you have to look pretty. No, internally, where I'm doing the internal work. And people are like, how do you work on yourself internally? Well, you have to be uncomfortable. You always have to try and grow, but not in physically and financially, like kind of internally. Like, for example, how that situation happened yesterday, instead of me being like, oh my God, I hurt his feelings, I feel bad. No, being like, okay, I'm responsible for my own actions and for my feelings. You have to be responsible for your own feelings. So the way you're feeling is because of you, not because of me. I didn't do nothing to affect it. Like, you're the one that, like, you have a wound that obviously you've seen that and you reacted that way, where it's not right. You know,
Right.
because you're hurt in your childhood based on your childhood traumas. I don't fucking know. But you need to figure that out. So go to therapy. 'Cause
Yeah.
I do therapy.
That's great.
And I try to like heal just so I can be better, so I can attract the best of the best. And I could go into, instead of being in short-term relationships, I want long-term relationships.
Right.
You know?
In your generation, in your age range, what's considered a long-term relationship?
I don't know, because I've never been in one.
What's the
That's why
longest relationship
I'm-
any of your friends in your age range have been in?
Or
Actually-
yourself.
I actually been in one, but it was when I was in primaria. I don't know what's primaria because I was in Mexico.
7th grade?
No, that's
Primaria
that's
is
elementary.
That's elementary?
Yes.
Primaria? Oh, okay.
You know how long...
Secundaria is high school, right?
That was the longest relationship I've ever had. You know how long I lasted? 2 years.
That's a long time in
Damn.
baby years.
Not you being faithful at
That's
7 years old.
That's like equivalent to like a decade in adult years right there.
I know.
Being together for 2 years in your adolescent toddler years
That's what I'm saying.
when you're still wearing Oshkosh clothing
Yeah, that's crazy.
is crazy.
I know. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
nuts.
And then
this
I
fool
came
still
up-
loves you for sure. He's still messaging you. Hey, ¿te acuerdas de la
No,
primaria?
low-key, I lost contact
Cuando me
with him.
robabas el lápiz.
¿Te acuerdas cuando miramos SpongeBob en nuestro iPad?
I know, but it was such a cute love story because I don't remember us kissing or nothing.
No.
It was such like just
Innocent.
like cute, you know, innocent. And I don't know, ever since that I've never had long term like that.
Right.
Because
Like,
I feel like it's just
I'm never gonna get over that. That's amazing.
I'm like, no. That's why I'm working on myself because I know that it has to be. It's a problem with me, you know. And
Right.
also, I believe that sometimes the men I encounter that don't have the right intentions. So I'm just like, okay, bye. Este no sirve.
Right. Well, I mean, men could misinterpret things because now that I know you I'm getting to know you a little bit more. Yeah, because they see your entertainment side and they don't know this side.
Yeah.
And your entertainment side is, it's sexy, it's hot, it's entertaining, it's music, it's nice pictures, it's all that, it's glamorous. So they're gonna see that and they're gonna, that's all they want is the physical, I believe, at the moment. So
No, that's why I don't do Tinder and all those dating apps because that's what. If I were to get a guy from the Tinder app, they would definitely just want me for physical.
oh, for
That's
sure.
why in person is just better, so you connect with that person.
You connect and you see their energies.
No, for sure.
That's a
That's what
rule
you
I
have to
have.
do. Yeah.
Yeah. First of all, I want to see them
So you
without a
can break the
filter.
ice.
Yeah. I want to see
Yeah,
them.
you want to see them when they wake up.
Yeah, I want to see them when they wake up. I want to see their energy. I want to see how they talk.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them will be ghetto. I'll be like, "Hey, what's up? I know, huh? What? I'm from East LA. What?" And when you have hot Cheeto fingers, I'm like, "Yo, wash your hands, loca. Come on, Martha."
Are we gonna go to King Taco or nah?
Or nah. This show's called "She's Not That Into You." So, what's a sign that a girl is not into the guy, Alexia Maga? Maga? Your last name's Maga?
Yeah, my God. It's not for Trump.
I know, that's crazy.
It's not for
I just
Trump.
clicked right now.
It's
That's crazy.
Actually, because my last name is Magallon and it's just Alexia
it's short.
Maga. Yeah, short
It's a
for
stage
my
name.
last name. And it's also in Spanish, it's maga como magician, que soy una maga, que I'm creating my dreams into reality.
Oh.
Or manifesting them into reality, yeah.
Like magic. I love that.
So that's why I like maga, because
Doble
I'm a
sentido.
maga. Yes.
Dope.
But then I have my manager, he's like, no, we got to change it because it's for Trump.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought about. Alexia, make America great again. What? This show's called "She's Not That Into You." It's a sign that a girl's not that into the guy.
So when she says she has a boyfriend,
And she doesn't? Dang.
that happens.
It's
all the
crazy.
time.
I've been meeting
I
a
always
lot
do
of
that.
girls in relationships lately. Damn.
I always
Thanks,
say
Alexia. You
that.
just made it clear for me
That's
now.
a classic.
Cool. All right.
They'd be like, oh, can I get your number? I have a boyfriend.
Hey, if you're watching this, I hope the sushi I fed you gave you diarrhea. What's a sign that she is into you?
When she says she doesn't have a boyfriend and she gives you her Instagram.
Got it.
And she follows you back though.
Oh,
And
okay.
she gives you the number too.
Got it.
Or when she accepts the date too.
I accepts a date. All right. How about this? Stuff comes up sometimes. We're talking about the date part. I set up a date and she calls off because it's happened to me. Believe it or not. I know you're thinking, oh my God, he's so handsome. Why would any girl do that to Valentino? And it's happened to me before, right? It's all good. I'm very, very transparent on my show.
Yeah.
If the girl doesn't give me another specific date, I think that's just she's not that into me, period. Because if you want to reschedule, do you give the guy another date? Or do you say, I can't make it today and leave it at that and expect him to be like, all right, so when are you available?
Yeah, I expect them to be like, when are you available?
Whoa.
Because why do men want to act like princesses these days?
That's
Because I'm on
different.
the passenger seat.
But I have the crown. So, and that's another thing with me. Men these days, they want to be princesses.
What are you talking about? Why do you have my tiara on?
Like, they
How? What do you-
expect
how?
me
Right.
to do what they have to do. They're not really like back in the day where they were providers, protectors, and they open the doors. No, they just like expect you to open the car door or pay for your stuff sometimes. Because if I'm gonna be talking to the guy, I'm not saying that I'm a gold digger. I'm a gold digger.
GOAL.
Digger. But okay, back to the gold digger part. I'm not a gold digger, but if I'm gonna be talking to you, because I'm already independent, they need to bring value into my life or make my life easier. Because if
Right.
not, I'd rather just mind my own business and focus on my priorities, my goals. But if that guy is not benefiting me in some way to grow,
Right.
then it's just not gonna work out. And
See-
if he's being a princess, I'm gonna just be like,
See,
bye. I'm the only
Alexia,
princess in the world.
I think social media, and this is what you don't know. Before social media, guys were more chivalrous.
Yeah.
Guys weren't princesses. And I think social media messed it up because there's a bunch of pages now that are hyping up men. We're the catch. We're the providers. We're the this. We're the protectors. We're this. So these fools are turning into, like they're turning into
Yeah.
the dudes wearing the tiara. You know what I mean? And they think they're the catch, which, I value myself. I believe I'm a
Yeah.
catch. But I know that essentially at the end of the day, yes, the woman is the catch and the woman should be treated a certain way for sure. So I think social really messed it up for
know.
guys acting like princesses.
Yeah, and
All
I've
right,
had
so
encountered.
give me my tiara back.
But okay, I want to point something out.
Yeah.
That whole like you said, you expect a guy to be like, oh, but when else are you available? Like you said, that's princess. That's like him acting like a princess, which is wild because at the same time it has to be like a reciprocal thing.
Well,
Right? And I'm not gonna be like, if it doesn't come out of you to be like, oh, you know what, I can't do it today, but I'm free next week or next Thursday, we can do it.
Yeah.
Then that lets me know like, okay, she's fucking with me.
oh,
It's not
okay,
that
okay.
like, oh,
No,
you
yeah.
know, like, because tampoco no te quiero hostigar and be like,
Yeah,
hey, you
that's
know,
what I
like,
meant. That's what
If
I
you
meant.
can't
yes.
today, tomorrow, you know?
No,
like,
yes, yes, I
If
know what you
it's
mean.
low key thirsty on our end,
Yeah.
it kind of leaves us
it's
with their
'cause
hands
I
like,
meant, I thought you meant it in a way where you had canceled, or I don't know how it
No, she canceled.
She canceled?
Yeah.
Okay, then definitely she should be like, oh, but we can meet up some other time. And then that's when you're like, oh, okay, I'm down. Da, da, da. But I'm expecting you to like still plan it too. And, like, I'm not gonna
oh
do
yeah,
all
or if she
yeah,
give me the date,
yeah.
I'm gonna give you the time and
Okay,
location.
okay,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? What?
No, yeah, then yeah. I just didn't know.
all right, I just wanted to clarify that
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was not like princess. Because
No, that
wasn't
wasn't like princess though. That wasn't like
princess.
princess. Let me clear that up. It's because I didn't hear the part where she canceled. I thought you had.
No,
Canceled.
you're good.
No, but yes.
Does Alexia Maga like bad boys? Are you into bad boys, Alexia?
I feel
Because I know
like
you're not into soft boys that leave you hanging at the club.
I feel like at some point I was attracted to bad boys, but I feel like that's just a phase that we all go through. Then after the bad boys hurt you, and you're just like, yeah, I'm out.
Some girls don't get over it. I know 45-year-old women that are still into bad boys.
Oh yeah, then-
36-year-old women that are still like, well, he has to have tattoos and he has to have done jail time.
Neck tattoos.
Okay, well, Loki, no, yeah, mine was bad too. My bad boy, actually, the way we ended was because he wanted me to be the side.
And he was transparent about
Oh,
it.
he was a bad
No,
boy.
he was a bad boy.
Yo.
No, let me tell you how it ended.
I would have
So-
I would have just made it a thropo thing, you know?
What's a tropo thing?
You don't know what a tropo
No.
is? It's what is it, JT?
It's two a pair and an extra, right?
Yeah.
A pair and
It could be
extra?
2 guys and 1 girl, or 2 girls and 1 guy.
Oh no,
Yeah, it sounds expensive.
I don't want that. I'd rather just be alone and focus on my mental health. Cause that was so draining. Cause I actually really loved him. Like I didn't think I was the side until later on. Our last conversation was, he was trying to buy me before because he does have money. He's from Mexico, so he was trying to be like, oh, what car do you want? Before telling me like the story.
Mañoso. All right, I don't. Okay.
No, so he was trying to buy me, say, oh, what car do you have? And then I mean, what car do you want? And I'm like, oh, like a Mercedes. I'm all gullible, thinking that he's busy all the time, that he doesn't have time for me because he's working, and nothing's clicking in my head because I'm in La La Land. You know, I was saying love,
Yeah,
La
it's
La
okay.
Land.
We get it.
Sorry. And then after so he was like, what watch do you want? He was trying to buy my love. Then after, I'm just like feeling like, oh yeah, like all lovey-dovey, and then he tells me, yeah, but it's because I'm expecting a kid from someone else. So
Holy shit.
so
This fool had a girl pregnant the whole time he was trying to wife you up?
yeah. So then that's when I was
That
like,
guy is the GOAT. I'm kidding. No, are you serious? How long were you
Yeah.
with this guy for?
I was with him. Well, we were on and off, already red flags, and I think it was just more. It was more like a trauma bond, and I had to heal about my dad. So I think that's why I encountered him. He was more like a lesson, you know. But it was for on and off for like 2 years.
Right.
Yeah. So then after that, I just told him, hey, I don't want this. I don't deserve this. And then he's like, that easy? I'm like, yes, the fuck you think this was?
Well, he's stalkas, you know,
I
he's
don't
used to
deserve
the
that.
girls being like, no,
Yeah.
pero ¿por qué, mi amor? ¿Y qué
Yeah.
voy a hacer con el pago del Mercedes?
No, yes. And over there in Mexico, it's so normalized to have amantes. I don't know if you guys know that.
Yes.
Like my
Yes,
dad
that's
even
why-
had an amante.
That's
Third
why I'm
world
moving up
countries.
there.
Wait, what?
I said third world countries are known to have like men having multiple
know.
women.
Yeah, come to find out, I have other, like, I don't know if you call them step uncles and aunts because of my grandpa being a little hoochie.
Yeah.
Little whore.
Wait, can I ask you, are you single?
Yes.
Or why haven't you encountered?
You know, Alexia, this show is me interviewing
partner.
you,
Oh,
so
okay.
we're gonna. I'm kidding. It's by choice, Alexia.
okay,
It's by choice. I started catching wind on my career at 33, 34, and I'm about a decade in, and I'm barely now starting to see the
motion,
motion, the fruits of my labor.
the fruition of your.
Everything. I'm starting to see it all, and I love love. I'm a Cancer. I love love. You know, I'm a water sign. I love love. I love R&B music. I love slow music. I love sunsets. I love all that. What most guys would call gay shit. But at the moment, it's not realistic. Like today, my schedule. I woke up. I had a Zoom meeting. I had to work out. I had to edit 3 videos. My son came, so I gave him a little bit of quality time for like an hour, if that. I had another Zoom, and then I recorded a video, and then I'm recording a podcast right now. After this, I'm gonna go straight to a comedy show and entertain 300 people. So it's really like this. I prioritize my career before anything, and then after that, it's my son, and then a girl. So I've told the last woman straight up, I'm like, realistically, I could probably give you 1 day a week, probably. And I'm really transparent with it. Yes. And I understand that 1 day a week is not enough if you're trying to get something started. So, yeah. But this is about you. You being in the music industry. What's your ideal man that you'd like to date right now? Like, because that guy from last night is probably
he's
not it. Low key, high key.
Oh my god. Well, low key. Since I already have a bond with him, I do want to make, like, I want.
Nah, she's dumping you right now, dog. It's a
I wanna
wrap,
see
son.
if
I
it
hope you're
works
watching too,
out.
fool. What's his name?
No, don't say it.
We're gonna, Fabio, I hope you're watching, dog. Pinche Fabio Martinez. I hope you're watching.
Lo hubieras esperado, güey.
La hubieras esperado, cabrón. Don't be like that, dog. She invited you, bro. She took you. You're her +1. You have to be a good +1, dog. And stand off firme and know that she's your Jaina. Sorry, I got into a cholo.
He was supposed to suppress that. And keep
Yeah.
it G. And so you guys got in the car and he would have been like,
Then you should have started crying.
Then for real, huh? But I mean, we're learning and we're both young, and we'll just see where life takes us.
I was also gonna ask you. Before I forget, your age range right now. So you are a young lady. She's 19 once again. What's the? I doubt that you'll date anybody 19, 20 years old. I can't see it. Right? Okay.
No.
So what's your cap? My cap. Can I tell you my cap? I think Alexia, from the outside looking in, probably the oldest or the youngest to oldest, probably 23. No, 22 maybe. to 26, 27.
Yes, but
Am I in the right age range?
I've talked to.
She's like, I was with a 35-year-old.
I had talked to a 30-year-old.
30-year-old. He's so old. Oh my
I
God. Ew, yuck.
Yeah, it was bad.
Because I was talking to a 30-year-old girl the other day. I was like, ew, yuck. You are expired. If any of my 30-year-old female friends are watching this, that was a joke, okay?
Oh my
Don't
God.
get mad.
No, and I honestly thought, I was like, oh, because they're gonna be a provider, but he was just really controlling. He didn't even let me order my own food, which that's attractive. But then with my mom met him. And
You were 18 at the time?
no, I was this age, 19. And then my mom, she was trying to order something, but he's like, oh no, get chicken fajitas. And mom was like, I don't even like chicken fajitas. You know, like the fajitas?
Yeah.
And yeah, so I was like, yeah, red flag.
Yeah.
Because he just wants to be controlling in everything, you know?
Whoa, no.
Oh, he was a Muslim too.
You like Middle Eastern guys?
Oh, we habibis, yes.
That's
But
you
not
know,
anymore.
I don't knock
I
it.
don't
man.
feel like Mexicans. Like,
Right.
I've only dated Mexicans.
No, I've been hearing about it more and more lately. I've been hearing that more and more lately that Latina women are dating Habibis, which is fine. I have a bunch of homies that are Habibis. I love Habibis. I love you guys. But I have heard how you guys are with the ladies.
How?
Simmer down,
they
bro.
are.
They are people, not objects that you can own, okay? Like your Mercedes Benz. Okay?
Wait, what have you
But they still
heard?
old.
I heard that they're very controlling,
No,
that
yeah.
it's their way or the highway. And I get it. They're super alpha man. That's the kind of man you want. You want a man's man. And I love that about my boys, about my Habib boys.
Yeah.
I love that about them. But, you know, there has to be some kind of, you know, be cool, man. Be gentle. They're women at the end of the day. They're emotional. They're fragile, you know, creatures. And yeah, I've heard a lot of that. Like, no, you're gonna live with me and that's it. You quit your job. But I'm making good money. I don't give a fuck. You quit your job right now. Sharmuta.
Sharimuta was Sharimuta.
Sharmuta's bitch.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Damn, I just learned a new word about it.
Yeah.
But damn, that's crazy because low-key me with my career, I don't think it was going to work out, especially with that 30-year-old.
No.
Who's going to be like, no. Because obviously they want someone to take care of them. But I don't want to leech off of him. I want to have my own stuff just so I don't get taken advantage or they don't disrespect me, you know?
Or you feel like somebody could just swipe the rug from under you and leave you
Yeah.
with nothing.
So I just have my own money and they have their own stuff too. They could bring value, like help me, maybe like improve in every aspect. But I want them to just give me love, you know? Because
Yeah.
that's just better in the long term. Like that's how relationships last when they don't have their own stuff going on. Like that's what I've learned.
So do you see yourself like an old-fashioned woman? Like, do you believe in gender roles?
Yes, I do.
You know what I mean?
Wait, what
Because
do you mean gender
gender
roles?
roles. Okay, so look, gender roles. The man goes out there and grinds, and the woman, you know, not necessarily a stay-at-home mom, but let's just say within the house. You know, you do the dishes, you take care of laundry, because these are real life things that are time-consuming, that are tedious. A lot of men don't care to do. Most men these days don't. I mean, especially from the old days, don't care to do. Are you okay with stuff like that, like gender roles?
Yeah, I could do that.
Because you're on the spotlight. You know, most guys probably think they probably they need a maid to date you because you're, you know, they see you as this big, you know,
Yeah, but low-key,
public figure.
since I'm gonna be working too,
Yeah.
I'd rather just get someone to do it or
At that point, it makes
'cause
sense.
That's the whole point why I'm hustling and I'm grinding. And he's a man too, so he's supposed to provide that for me too. You know?
Right.
And yeah, because I could do that, but it's like I'd rather just do that and I'd rather just instead of doing the laundry, I could be working and making more money and then like paying someone to do it.
I love that you think that way. But hay unas muchachas también where
Pero sí puedo lavar los trastes y así, ¿no? But
Right.
I'm saying like it is time consuming to cook because then you have to wash the dishes and everything. Thank God I have my mom and my grandma and I try to cook sometimes too. But sometimes I don't even have time. I don't
No.
even end up eating because I'm just like I'm working at like yesterday I had to eat out because I was just like everywhere. I had to edit. I have to this and it. And it's just sometimes you don't even have time to do those type of things. So that's why you're hustling so you can kind of like get someone to do it for you.
And be
you know?
more efficient.
Yeah. And make more money and work more.
Right. and there's the one of the number one questions in interviews and in shows. It's just I like it for it to be more of a conversation. One of the number one questions is, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? And it's so dope because with your situation, it's a little different because you're only going to be 24 in 5 years. But I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see you at 23, 22, because you have so much growth at such a young age. Where do you see yourself like in a few years, 2, 3 years?
Well, I see myself already living my dreams, kind of like my music, and then probably doing my businesses too, like whatever I wanted to launch, like merch or makeup, I don't know, waist trainers. But I want to be a businesswoman too, and just continue to grow. And I also later on want to transform that, and I want to start helping people and make them help them understand that you could accomplish your goals. Like there is faith. Like you just have to have, there is hope. You just have to have faith, and you just have to believe in yourself, kind of spreading positivity through
Right.
my music. I know right now it's not like, oh, like, yes, have faith, everything. It's like kind of like perreo vibes and just like
Yeah.
having fun. But it's okay because I'm young and I'm growing, I'm learning, and I like to have fun sometimes. I like to go to the gym, be productive, but I just keep it a balance. It's so important to always keep a balance. But
Right.
later on, I do want to use my platforms and my music for the greater good. Like that's definitely one of my goals. Just
Amazing.
like to serve in a good way, and to help people, like, because I feel like that's what's actually fulfilling, not
Right.
materialistic stuff, not your ego where I'm like, oh, I have the best car, oh, I just hit a number one on the billboard. That's not fulfilling. That's just momentary pleasure. But when you serve someone and you benefit them in a good way, where it's like with knowledge, or I don't know, money wise too, but it's more important. It's more importantly with its knowledge, because knowledge is powerful. That's when it makes you feel good, especially because some people have no hope in their lives. They're like, no, they don't see outside the picture, or they don't see it from a different consciousness, where they just think they're stuck in that way and they can't evolve, or they can't get out of that place that they're in, because they're just trapped, and they're just like, oh my God, no, I'm a victim. They're in their victim mindset. But I
Right.
do want to give them that type of hope, and for them to always try and be the best version of themselves so they can grow, because life is all about constant change and constant growth and just evolving,
And
because
adapting.
why would you just want to stay in one place?
Yeah. Well, you believe it or not, I mean, there's a lot of people that are okay with that. I mean,
Yeah,
we have a
that's
different
true.
mindset because
That's true.
we're around. We're hungry, or
Yeah.
we're on a.
But
Go ahead.
wait, what happened? Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, we're different animals. We're different
I
type.
know.
We're a different breed for sure.
But I feel like once they see that, because I have my YouTube too, where I get to share that side of me, where I'm like productive, where I'm always trying to grow, and they get to see my authentic side. Then I see them commenting like, Alexia, you help me so much, you inspire me, like I want to be the best version of myself. Like I see your consistency has been paying off, because I have a personal trainer. Like I have my routine from 6 a.m. to the whole day. Like I'm doing my mentorship reading. Then I'm going to the
She
gym,
did
then
a video like that for
meditating,
sure.
yes.
You woke up with your mouth tape. Then you put your
with my bonnet.
your face.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do
ice
my
bucket.
skincare. I
You're
have
all
so many.
jogging all in slow motion. Then it sees you
Meditating.
at Lululemon. Then it shows you at Sephora.
I know, no, literally. So tell me why people love those type of videos.
Oh my God.
And I'm just like, it feels good because I'm serving them for a greater good.
Super dope.
And I definitely want people to grow, and because a lot of people, they don't want to grow because they're not hungry, but it's based on their environment that they're in too.
100%.
You
If
know?
you hang out with 5 losers, you're gonna be the 6th one for
No,
sure.
definitely. So I totally believe, like, if they see that one person that's growing there, or that's being different than the rest, they're gonna be like, like, not like look up to them like as inspiration. So I want to be that, and
Well,
I will become that. I am becoming.
You are that already. I
Yes.
see it. I love it.
Yes. It's
Let me ask you a
slowly but
question,
surely.
a music question. You could only collab with one. You ready?
Yes.
Karol G, Bad Bunny, or what's another good female? Anita.
Anita. Yeah.
Anita. Oh, Anita's dope. I love her voice.
Yeah,
It's
Anita's
beautiful.
No,
You could only collab one, and it's either reggaeton or dembow.
So before it probably would have been Bad Bunny.
Easy call for sure. I feel you.
But now, since I seen this film about Anita, like before I used to be like, oh my gosh, she's such a thought. No, I'm just kidding. But I was like, damn, like she doesn't give a fuck. And I used to kind of not judge her in a way, but kind of like, oh, because you don't normally see a girl like talking about that. And I feel like
What
Brazilians,
does she talk about?
like she's just so sexual, you know?
Oh,
like
got it.
Brazilians are just so sexual. But then I seen this documentary on Netflix about her life, and it said, what was her? It said her real name that I'm not sure. I don't remember it, but it's basically meant like the real side of Anita, and the other side of Anita. So then I watched that documentary, and I was just like, oh my god. And I've seen how she's spiritual. She's always trying to keep it a balance. Like sometimes she's overworking herself and with her career and stuff, and she has to portray this image and work so hard. But then she takes that time later on, that she takes the time off to go do yoga, meditation. She does constellations.
Balance.
She keeps a balance. She goes do spiritual stuff, connects with nature, and that actually made me gain respect for her, because it's like, oh my gosh, she's a human like us, like me, especially because I'm really spiritual. I'm not really in a religion, but I am spiritual. So me seeing that side of her, I'm just like, oh my god, I want to be your friend. Like I can't wait to when I grow, I'm actually able to like have her as my peer, and then we could just talk about our stories. And I just felt like watching that documentary made me not judge her, and I know I should never judge anyone because you never know their story, you know? So me seeing that documentary, like I gained so much respect for Anita, and I love her. I love her so much, so I would collab with Anita. And she's so beautiful too, and she's doing really good. Like I have so much respect for her. And on the documentary, she was basically saying that you don't have to have materialistic stuff to feel good. You can already feel good as of now. You just have to have you just have to choose and appreciate life and just see it from a different perspective instead of your ego. Connect.
Right.
So that's what actually got to me, because she's saying nothing but facts. And me, because I'm in my spiritual journey, I know that is so true, you know? Like, I already feel happy. The key to abundance is you're already feeling like an abundant person in the present moment as of now, as how you are. You have to be grateful so you're able to attract that dream life of yours. Because if you're feeling like, oh, like complaining all the time, I don't have this car, I don't have this, then you're going to attract more experiences, and you're not going to get more experiences that are in the same vibration as how you're vibrating. You know, if you're vibrating in negativity and being pessimist or
pessimistic,
being a pessimistic person, you're going to be, life is going to make you attract more experiences and more type of people, so you can feel like that more. But if you feel grateful, you're going to attract more abundance in your life and more stuff to take you to where you actually want to be.
Before you were educated like this, emotionally educated, I want to say, were you thinking that material things would make you happy?
Yeah, I feel like we all thought of
Because
that.
for you to be 19 and like not be about material shit anymore is a big deal. That's so dope. Because when I was 19, that's all I wanted was to accumulate more things. And then I even had a talk with my friend Alex. You know, shout out to my boy Alex Streams. He's one of the producers of this show as well. And I remember we were just talking. He's like, damn. He's like, dude, I'm overhyping so much shit. And this guy owns a lot of properties. You've seen his house. It's beautiful. And he told me, dude, I'll be honest with you, man. When I'm the happiest, when I'm in this time. He used to have he made an ADU in his other home in Anaheim, and it's literally like 800 feet. Just like, it was nice in there, but it was just really small, tiny. He's like, bro, I prefer to be in this crib than my 5-bedroom house, four bathrooms with freaking bidet toilets.
I know.
So I'm like, dude, you're right, dude. I'm like, as we get older, we simplify, and it's not really about that anymore. And what makes you happy the most is doing the inner work, you know, feeling good internally, physically, mentally, you know,
and just spending time with your family.
Yes.
I don't know, that's actually what fulfills you, and serving people with the good intention, or serving them for a greater purpose, you know.
And not having guys like walk out on you at the club, you know.
That's true.
Alexia Maga, this was amazing. Is there any other questions you want to ask me before we wrap this up?
No, thank you so much for having me, Jay Valentino.
I can't wait to see your future, because you're such a dope soul, and you're super educated for your
Thank you so
age.
much.
And I'm just super excited to see the growth, for real.
Oh, thank you. We're gonna all grow. Trust me.
For sure.
It's
Well,
just
me
a
in
beginning.
height, maybe not, but in other ways.
No, definitely in other ways. Because I think I'm staying the same.
Stop. She's a girl. It doesn't matter. It's your boy Jay Valentino, Alexia Maga. Thank you so much. Let's go.